All right, so I'm choosing to do a question about how might I build trust with a student, or to rebuild trust with a student, the challenge question. So my opinion on that is to create positive interactions with the student. So in order to rebuild or to build trust with the students, you need to have positive interactions with them. For example, students like to choose something about what they're doing each day in the classroom, whether it be where they're sitting, or what the lesson's going to be about, or how their homework's going to be done, or even when they're leaving the classroom. They like to have some thing that they're able to decide about in the classroom each day. So in order to build a positive relationship with the students at the start of the year, oftentimes I'll have them come in and we'll make the rules together. So I won't put up a list of rules on my board for them for them to follow. I will have them pick a seat when they come in the first day, anywhere, and I'll ask them on that first day, to write down 3 or 4 things on a piece of paper that they think are important to managing a classroom, or that they think they would like to see in the classroom managed. And then we share. They'll share the things that they think are important in the classroom, and I'll share the things that I think are important. And we'll decide together what the rules are going to be in the classroom so that everybody can learn and everybody can get along. So sometimes my rules are not the same for each class throughout the school day, because I teach six classes when I sell my prep. This year I sold my prep. So sometimes my rules will be different depending on the class. For example, one class, one of the rules was that students could come up to 30 seconds late after the bell because it was right after lunch and they couldn't make it to the restroom and to my classroom because they were super crowded. So we had that rule, 30 seconds late after the bell, and I wouldn't mark them tardy. And I made sure to keep track of who was there within the time limit. Another class, one of the rules was that they're allowed to turn in work the same week without losing points for late work. So as long as it was, for example, if it was due on Tuesday, as long as it was turned in by Friday, the work was counted on time. Now this was before the district policy of no late work. So I allowed that for one of my classes that year. So I do have some set things that I talk about with tests and whatnot, but I try to let them manage with the rules and we go along together. So that's an example of how I would go about building trust.